What is up, enthusiasts? It is Cedar Flags here, and welcome back to another one of my videos again. It is that time of the year again, late November, early December. That is right, it is countdown season. This is the time of the year where I look back at the parks I've been to over the years and coasters I've ridden over the years, and count down the best I've ridden. First, I want to start this mini-series off with the parks I've been to. Let me tell you, I've been definitely waiting a while for this one. Today I'm going to talk about 15 parks that I've been to, and I'm going to rank them from the 15th best park I've been to the best park I've been to. Now there are a few parks that did miss the margin, and I want to give those a little bit of honorable mentions before we start. This is going to be a pretty long video, so sit back and relax. This is Cedar Flags, and today I'm going to count down my top 15 amusement parks I have personally been to. First off, I want to give two honorable mentions. The first honorable mention I want to talk about is Anakeesta in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. This is a beautiful park surrounded by the beautiful Great Smoky Mountains. This is right on the border of the national park actually, which is very cool. And you have massive mile-tall mountains surrounding you while you're riding this alpine coaster Rail Runner. And even though this is the only credit in the park, this is still a very noteworthy park. I really love it. And if this park got another attraction, it would easily be on this list. The second one is Disney's Hollywood Studios. The simple reason I didn't put this on the list is because I have not been here in over 13 years. Last time I was here was 2007, and I loved it back then, but back then it was completely different. In fact, it was MGM Studios at the time. My favorite ride isn't there anymore, so that really shows you how long it's been. Coming in at the number 15 spot is Nickelodeon Universe at American Dream in New Jersey. This is the last new park I visited, and I have to say, this might be one of the most unique parks I've ever been to. It's all under one roof and features some pretty great roller coasters, including Sandy's Blasting Bronco and TMNT Shellraiser, which has cracked a spot on my top 25. This incredible coaster really highlights this park, and this park at night really put this in the top 15 for me. The nightlife even under that roof is insane, and the KCL lighting as well as the spotlights really make this park an amazing experience. Even though this park is a little pricey, I definitely recommend it. It's a great experience. At the number 14 spot, we have Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. This park is the first and only Six Flags park I have ever personally been to, and has a great collection of rides. I hear this is one of the better Six Flags parks too. Now, where this park has a great coaster collection, you have an incredible SNS launch in Max Force, an amazing RMC in Goliath, which is far into my top 25, has some of the best airtime moments with this and American Eagle as well as Raging Bull, and a plethora of supporting coasters. I really did like this park, but the setting did seem a little generic. But I was told that this was going to be the standard for Six Flags, so I expected it. It's nowhere near as beautiful as some of the bigger Cedar Fair parks, but still has a spot on this list due to coaster collection and some of their supporting rides. At the number 13 spot, we have the one and only Kentucky Kingdom in Louisville, Kentucky. This is a very enthusiast-friendly park and has some of the best coasters for enthusiasts. It has Thunder Run, a classic Woody with ejector, Kentucky Flyer, a modern Woody with ejector, and then the big two, Lightning Run and Storm Chaser. These two airtime machines will throw you out of your seat mercilessly, especially that finale on Storm Chaser with that trick track double up and that double down. The park layout is pretty confusing, and the outer limits of the park are really, well, I guess you could say trashy, but at the same time, this park is a really good deal for where it is, and provides a really good collection of rides, and some pretty good generic theming throughout the park. At the number 12 spot, we have Carowinds. Now, at the bottom of the Cedar Fair park list I've been to, it still is a pretty nice park. There's some pretty beautiful areas in this park, and this park definitely has some really good spots with shade, and that definitely helps with the North and South Carolina heat. This park has a great gimmick in being in two states, and I really think that makes the park. It also has a great coaster collection. Of course, it has Fury 325, one of the best roller coasters ever created, and a great lineup of supporting coasters. This park also has one of the best flat ride collections in Cedar Fair, at least in my personal opinion. It also has a great dark ride in Plants vs. Zombies, and is really a very well-rounded park with once again that great gimmick of being in 2 states at once. Now, I've talked about coaster collection defining the park, but with the number 11, we're going to go a different route. We have Seaworld Orlando in the heart of Orlando, Florida. While the coaster collection is pretty good, they really don't have that many coasters. What makes this park? The amazing theming and immersion that you're in. It really feels like a subtropical theme, and the park is so beautifully decorated. Mantis Quay is probably one of the best queues I've ever been in, just because of how intricate it is. You will get lost in the amazing setting of this park, and that beautiful lake in the center really makes everything shine. Of course, the shining star at this park is Mako the B&M Hyper, and is one of the best coasters I have ridden. Other than that, this park has some great attractions other than the rides, and a pretty good collection of dark and water rides. At the number 10 spot, we have the best park when it comes to sentimental value. It is my personal home park, Kennywood in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. This place is really like a home to me, and I know the park like the back of my hand. This park I really grew up with, and I've been there since Pitfall was open. This park has a beautiful setting on the Pittsburgh Hills, and is of course highlighted by their 2 major hypercoasters, Steel Curtain, a world-class inversion machine with some great airtime and hangtime moments, and then you have Phantom's Revenge, the highlight attraction at the park, which gives you some incredible airtime with a beautiful setting going down a ravine. This is a beautiful park and has some great classic attractions with it too. Starting us off with the single digits park, we have Magic Kingdom. Where do I even begin? Magic Kingdom is one of the most iconic parks in the world. It truly has everything for everyone, from thrilling coasters like Space Mountain to family themed attractions like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Splash Mountain. This park is beautiful and is what I imagine when I think of the standard for a theme park. This park has such great detailing. I mean, it's Disney, what do you expect? And throughout your entire experience, you are completely surrounded by theming. This is nothing like an amusement park. When you go here and then go to an amusement park, yeah, it will feel kind of gutted. There's so much detail at this place, and they really love to keep it up to date. I truly love Magic Kingdom, and it is currently my favorite park in the Disney World Resort. At the number 8 spot, we have a personal favorite of mine, Knoebels in Ellisburg, Pennsylvania. This place really is in the middle of nowhere, and you gotta drive through the middle of nowhere to get there. Once you get there, you are surrounded by the beautiful Pennsylvania hills as you traverse the beautiful park. This park really gives you that classic 1940s, 1950s feel, as even though they keep it up to date, they give you that retro feel while doing it. This park feels like a classic park. And my dad, who grew up with a local trolley park, said that it reminded him of that. Twister and Phoenix are a phenomenal top 2, and if you want to count Impulse, a phenomenal top 3. One of them focuses on incredible airtime with minimal restraints, Phoenix. Another one focuses on great lateral Gs with a very long layout, and my personal favorite in the park, Twister. And then you have Impulse, the modern steel coaster that wraps up the collection in the park. There's some other very unique rides like Flying Turns and Black Diamond, and don't even get me started on the flats. Out of any park I've ever been to, this park has the best flat ride collection. Oh my goodness, the flat ride collection never ends here. This park really just gives you the impression of an old school park, and I can go on and on about it. It's that amazing. Now, take the beauty of a park like Knoebels and put it as a boardwalk park. That is Indiana Beach, which is my number 7 spot on this list. Man, when I say I love this park, that's an understatement. This park is so quirky and so adorable, I just had to put it up here. This is my favorite small-sized park. It is beautiful. First of all, it has that beautiful boardwalk setting across a lake, and it is completely surrounded by water on 3 sides. You have some beautiful roller coaster settings like Lost Coaster at Superstition Mountain, a one-of-a-kind CCI, and then you have some 2 great other CCIs like Cornball Express and Hoosier Hurricane. You have a beautiful classic Schwarzkopf in Tigger, and a great modern El Loco in, of course, Steel Hog. Other than that, you have some beautiful boardwalk-style shops. If you've ever been to a boardwalk, it really feels like an oceanside boardwalk. It has a great carnival-style flat ride collection, and seriously, I can't get over the beautiful setting of this park. This park feels so lively, and the owners really take pride in owning this park. This park is so beautiful, and I cannot wait to see its growth in the upcoming years. Now let's get to some of the big dogs. At number 6, we have King's Dominion in Doswell, Virginia. What I would call a bigger version of Carowinds. Man, I really do like this park. It has a great roller coaster collection and lots of shade. This park has so many trees, and honestly, I kept forgetting that this was a major chain park. It honestly seems like a supersized family-owned park because of all the beautiful small details a part of the park and the massive amount of trees and shade. You have a great coaster collection within those trees, like Twisted Timbers, which is in my top 3 of all time, I-305, which is many people's number 1, and a lot of great supporting coasters as well, like Dominator, the B&M Floorless. This park is a beautiful main street, some beautiful areas, including the new Jungle Expedition, which is coming next year, and I really feel like that will add on to the hybrid theme park amusement park setting of this park. This is a lesser version of a park I will talk about later, but let's talk about this. It's kept very well, it has some great rides, and is truly a great day. At the number 5 spot, making it to the top 5, we have Busch Gardens Tampa in Tampa Bay, Florida. I really like this park, and I really like those parks that provide a mixture of theme park and amusement park. What am I talking about? This park has an incredible amount of African theming, combined with a great collection of elite roller coasters. Now, parks like King's Dominion and Carowinds focus more on the roller coasters. Parks like Magic Kingdom focus more on the theming. I would say that this is a great fit of both. The beautiful setting with the amazing architecture of the park, combined with some of the areas, combined with the amazing rides, really makes this an unforgettable experience, and definitely puts a spot in my top 5. This is definitely way better than all of the other parks I've talked to, and really begins the gold standard. This park at night really shines as everything is lit up a lot more, and rides on Cheetah Hunt at night really make this park 10 times better. This park, you could tell that they take great pride in the park. We just need that hyper hybrid to open, now. Now, it was really hard deciding between what would be better, the number 5 spot and the number 4 spot, but I think that Dollywood is slightly better, and here's why. I think it just has a lot more detail than Busch Gardens Tampa if you look closely, because man, if you want to talk about a park with lots of detail, come here. Sure, you could have theming in a park. Busch Gardens Tampa does it well, but Dollywood, you could look at the theming all day. There's so much to look at. If you want to look at a good example of this, look at the Hidden Secrets of Dollywood by OK Coasters. It really shows you how much detail they put into this park's theming. This park is a beautiful setting within the Smoky Mountains and has a great collection of roller coasters. You could honestly spend a whole week here if you wanted. On top of the great roller coasters, there are some great shows, great theming, a great water park, and once again, a great setting. The highlight coaster here is Lightning Rod, the RMC launch. This is a great ride with some great elements, including that world-famous quad down, and a collection of world-class supporting coasters, such as Wild Eagle, Tennessee Tornado, and a personal favorite, Thunderhead. And when that new coaster comes in 2023, it's definitely going to add on to this amazing parks collection and make it even better. Now, we have reached the top 3, and the top 3 are so close to me. In fact, you could change all of these 3 in different orders. They are all interchangeable, but I decided that the least out of the 3 in a phenomenal park is Kings Island in Mason, Ohio. This is probably the most well-rounded park I've ever been to. It has some phenomenal theming for a Cedar Fair park, has a great setting, has so many different attractions, has great shopping, great restaurants, an observation deck within the Eiffel Tower, a great amount of operations. I mean, this park is some of the best operations I've ever seen, and on top of that, a world-class coaster collection. You have Mystic Timbers, a very low-to-the-ground GCI, Orion, a massive B&M Giga that provides some great ejector, and my personal favorite at the park, Diamondback, my favorite B&M of all time, even better than Fury in my personal opinion. This park is great, especially at night. This park is so alive at night. If you're at the Main Street area at night, it is beautiful. The lights shining on the Eiffel Tower and the lights shining on the shops is a truly unforgettable experience. And honestly, I forget that I'm even at a Cedar Fair park. This is some Disney level theming in that area at night. It truly is that level of magic. This park is such a fun experience, and you will never forget your first time at this place. Taking the silver in Hershey, Pennsylvania is Hershey Park. This is easily the most charmful park I have ever been to, and why do I rank this over Kings Island? One, this park is a lot more unique than Kings Island. You can tell that the layout was added over years, and it honestly feels like a bigger version of a park like Kennywood or Knoebels. Even though this is a major park, it gives you that small park feel. The paths are extremely tight and the layout winds across a hilly terrain. It really gives you an adventure on top of the theme park experience you already have, and everything's kept very well. This park has a great collection of good theming and good rides, including 3 great Intamins in Fahrenheit, Storm Runner, and Sky Rush, a great B&M collection with Candemonium and Great Bear, and of course a massive collection of supporting coasters. This park has 14 coasters, and honestly it has just about everything you want. This park really surprised me and really exceeded my expectations by a long shot, and that is why it is up in my second favorite theme park category. Hershey Park, and honestly all of Hershey's Resort in Hershey, Pennsylvania, including the Hershey Lodge Hotel, really exceeded my expectations, and that's why I put it all the way up here. But you knew what was coming for number 1. On the shores of Lake Erie in Sandusky, Ohio, it is the one and only Cedar Point, the roller coaster capital of the world, America's rockin' roller coaster, in a place like no other. Cedar Point is truly an amusement park like no other, and is the platinum standard for any park you go to. Now, the theming isn't as prevalent as a park like Kings Island or Busch Gardens Tampa, but let me explain to you why I love this park. It combines everything I personally love in a theme park. First, you have that beautiful setting. When you drive up to the park on the Causeway Drive and see it for the first time over Lake Erie, it is mesmerizing. And I wish I can go to Cedar Point for the first time again. This park is the holy grail of parks, and once you get in, you will not want to leave. You are surrounded by world-class coasters: Steel Vengeance, Maverick, Millennium Force, Top Thrill Dragster, Magnum XL 200, Raptor, Blue Streak, Gatekeeper, Valraven. The coaster collection is absolutely endless. And with all of these amazing roller coasters, you're going to want to spend more than a day here. This park has a great setting on Lake Erie, combined with some of the best rides in the world, and is what many people call the best coaster park in the world. It has what is my personal favorite coaster collection, and with coaster collection being my biggest deal at a park, this is easily my number 1 park. On top of that, the park has really improved in the past years with looking more like a resort. They've really improved the surrounding areas as well as Frontier Town, while adding new restaurants and all that. And really, this park is becoming better every year. This park really does mean something to me, and I've made some of my favorite park memories at this place. This truly is, in my opinion, a place like no other, and a place like no other theme park as well. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed. This is my current list. Of course, my list changes so much, and next year I plan on going to even more parks, so this list is going to be tossed around a lot. So what do you think? What did you think about this video? Let me know down in the comments below, and let me know what you thought. This is Cedar Flags, and I'll see you all later.